Just when you thought it was safe to come back to the WrestlePlex, he's back! That's right, Lord Zoltan's back here at the WrestlePlex, and I'm back for some unfinished business. I was here a year ago and I left because they ran out of candy the last time I was here. Jim Miller got a fresh supply, and I'm gonna take the candy along with the belts and drop them off the George Westinghouse Bridge. And after the belts hit the railroad tracks, I'm gonna drop some bodies down there. I'm back for one reason, to take this man to greatness. This man right here, Shirley Doe. I've been watching him, and everybody that crosses my path is led right to greatness. Right, Shirley?
Thanks, Zoltan. I grew up watching.
Shut up! Nobody asked you.
Okay.
You be nice, I'll let you touch this robe.
Okay.
You just pay attention now.
Can I touch it now?
No, I'll tell you when to touch it.
Okay.
You tell him what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna bring honor and tradition back to PWX. The tradition that Buck Zumhoff made back in the 70s.
That's right.
The tradition.
Wrestling the way it ought to be. Mike Pappas, Frankie Williams, Bill the King Berger, all them superstars. We're bringing them back. The NWA. Who else?
Hey.
Who else you remember? Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Dynamite Kid, Tiger Mask.
No!
Hey, did you...
Dig deeper, deeper.
Dick Buyer, the Destroyer.
There!
Giant Bubba.
Jake the Milkman Milliman!
Yeah, Jake Milliman.
You can't forget him, right?
Never.
That's
He did
it.
a big leg drop off the top.
Don't touch the rope.
Are you tired of a wet basement? We at A Better Choice Waterproofing and Restoration would like you to know about our exclusive Permacrete method. Why dig or excavate? Most basement waterproofing can be done with our PennDOT approved environmentally safe strengthening agent, Permacrete. We offer free estimates, transferable and written warranties. Call 1-800-343-2357 so your family can make a better choice.
Pro Wrestling Express is on the air. Hi again, wrestling fans from the beautiful PWX WrestlePlex. I'm the Doctor. Tonight, Bubba the Bulldog in tag team action.
Been asked here to make a statement. There's only one problem. I don't know what I'm supposed to make the statement as the PWX Heavyweight Champion or as Quinn Magnum. So I'll tell you what. I'll give you the best of both worlds. Statement as a champion. Tarantula, you want to send your boys in here, try to take me out? You want to do it yourself? Anybody else want to maybe help them out or even take it upon yourself to come in here just by yourself? Go ahead. It doesn't matter. This is my domain here, and I'm going to take anybody out that wants to try to take me off the top. Simple as that. Now, to get a few more things off my chest as this Quinn Magnum. There are certain federations around this area that claim that they're the top in this tri-state area, in the Pittsburgh area. Let's see, let's go down through the champions for a little while here. Ron the Beast Williams, 2 words for you, you suck. Iron Warrior, don't make me laugh. You're the champion of a federation that no longer exists. Perhaps you'd maybe want to come out here. I'm sure we got a job maybe as custodian. It's about the only thing you're good for. And then finally, we got this I don't have no respect thing going. The announcers on the TV show keep on saying, Quinn Magnum stole the title off of Tarantula. It was highway robbery. I had news for you. I beat T in the middle of that ring 1, 2, 3, cleanly. Which makes me the best. Tarantula, you want your manhood back? You want your title back? You come on in here. So I'm going to take you out. And this time, there's no coming back. It's damn hard to come back when you're 6 feet under, son. The alternative is unacceptable. Magnum.
Now, here he comes, making his way into the squared circle, trying to avoid that baseball bat. It's Col Payne.
Col Payne is now in the ring. We'll see how he does. He's been a tag team action for most of 1997 when he was a tag champ with Gator, so it's going to be really interesting to see how he handles a bigger, stronger opponent.
He's already got himself worked into a lather. He was backstage. He was hitting the heavy bag, going through his stretching exercises, and he's ready to go. Both guys going to run around the ring, make sure that the squared circle is exactly 15 feet regulation size, and now we're ready to battle.
Let me tell you something. This man here is going to start bringing and taking numbers, leaving names, for whatever he has to do to bring to the Gentlemen's Club that other man that we just got rid of couldn't bring to the Gentlemen's Club. What are you going to say about that?
Gentleman Joe over here telling us exactly what the player's going to do for the Gentlemen's Club. I think he better pay a little more attention to his charge, though, because Colonel Payne's taking it to him and giving him the business right off the bat. Gentleman Joe over here fooling with us, CK, when he should be out there taking care of his wrestler.
That's exactly right. I've noticed that in the past about the player. He has a problem staying focused, but Gentleman Joe should be able to help him. That is, of course, if he's at ringside, not over here talking to us.
That's the most important part about having a manager out there with you. Another set of eyes, and not to mention feet and hands. He can help you any way that he chooses. Now Payne's going to lock him back up again. He's still going to work on that left arm the same way that he started the match.
That's what you're going to have to do with him. You're going to have to try to negate that strength advantage because he's got a height and strength advantage on Colonel Payne. So what he's trying to do is to try to keep him from being able to use it.
We don't know much about the big man CK, but it's probably a pretty good guess that he's not exactly a mad technician, probably a brawler. Anytime you come into the ring carrying a baseball bat or a board or any other kind of foreign object, chances are pretty good you're not really here to wrestle. There he tries to follow him in, and he telegraphed that move, and Payne was able to get out of the way, and now he's back to work on that left arm. Got the bigger man down on the mat. Now he's gonna negate that size advantage completely.
That seems to be the strategy here, and he's sticking to it. Let's see how long it'll be able to work on him.
Got the big man down, going after that left shoulder. I don't know how the player swings that bad, but if he swings it from a right-handed stance, that left shoulder is going to be important to him later on.
His batting average is going to be going down probably after tonight.
The Colonel's got him down now. The player's got to be careful. He had both shoulders on the mat.
That was a nice kip up. I didn't think he had it in him. That does require a lot of flexibility to be able to get that.
Kicked up real well, and then he stuck Colonel Payne right in the eye with his thumb. I think someone's going to have to explain to the player we don't tuck our shirts into our underwear here in Pittsburgh. We tend to wear our shirts outside our underwear. There's a big boot to the forehead, and the Colonel is down now. He's in some obvious pain in the center of the ring. The player has chosen to concentrate most of his efforts above the Colonel Payne's neck. So far, they seem to be working real well. Maybe he intimidated referee Scott Penna a little earlier with that baseball bat, because Penna's letting him get away with bending just about every rule in the book.
That's exactly right. We haven't seen much in the way of wrestling holds, though, here from the player. It's just a lot of fighting tactics.
Well, I think that's probably what you're going to get from the big man, but he looks like he's setting Payne up for something right now.
He's got the front face lock on him. Let's see where he goes with it.
Payne trying to kick out. I think he's got him in a chokehold. I think it slipped down, and he's doing a good job keeping his body between his opponent and the referee. And you can't really do anything about a chokehold if you don't see it. And there's the manager, Gentleman Joe. Like we said earlier, he's going to do everything he can to help his man win the match. You saw him right there with that hard right hand. He had the Colonel draped across the rope. The Colonel was trying to catch his breath, and Gentleman Joe went over and gave him what for.
I'll tell you what, the player seems to have gotten really used to, or very quickly gotten used to the tactics of Gentleman Joe. That's classic Gentleman's Club right there. It's just to divert the attention of the referee and then just have Joe be able to inflict some damage.
Well, we don't know when the player exactly made his way into the Gentleman's Club, but we know Joe works his wrestlers very hard, 2, sometimes 3 hours a day in the squared circle, going over the various techniques. And like you said, there are certain trademark moves of the Gentleman's Club. There's one of them right there, the big elbow drop across the chest, and Payne able to kick out at about the count of 2.5. Payne is in some pain because the player there didn't even bother to hook his leg.
No,
just laid on him.
That's exactly right. If you want to get the cover really against someone like Colonel Payne, you want to ensure the pin, go for the leg.
Well, Payne, a mat veteran, and there's a high-impact move. He hit him with a big flying clothesline.
Big clothesline.
And I'll tell you what, when they get you up like that and your back is horizontal parallel to the mat, you know you're in for a hard fall. That was a major shot inflicted on the Colonel by the player. But now the player, instead of following up on his advantage, is going to play to the crowd a little bit.
Joe's got to work on that. That seems to be the weakness here.
Inexperience, inattention to
Big
detail.
slam.
That's a monster slam there, CK. That's showing a lot of strength there, throwing the 250-pound Colonel Payne through the air like he's nothing.
Colonel Payne's in trouble now. He's going to have to rally here. I don't know if punching the player is going to work. He's going to have to use a wrestling hold to get him up off the mat.
Exactly. A brawler like that, he's going to be able to take a few shots to the solar plexus. Besides, Payne doesn't have a lot of wind left, and that chokehold's going to take what little wind he has left out of him. Colonel is going to have to try to do something to negate these high-impact moves of the player. He better be careful because Joe's looking at him. He's just kind of standing there trying to gather his wits about him. But again, this just shows the inexperience and the inattention to detail of the player. He allowed Payne to catch his breath. Now Payne's got his second win. He's hit him with a series of right hands. He's worked his way out of the corner. Player off the rope. And Payne telegraphed that one. I think ringside Rosie can see that, and she's probably never wrestled in her life.
He went for the backdrop, set himself up, got the big boot to the face, and Payne is back down.
He showed that move way too early. The blows that the player had inflicted upon his cranium earlier in the match clearly taking their toll.
Here we go. He's setting him up for something. Big knee.
Got him down in the center of the ring, and now up and down he goes, and he's going to drive his forehead hard into the mat. But instead of following up on the big move, now he's going to react to the crowd. Lays on him again, and he's barely able to avoid the 3 count. This time Payne kicks out a little bit quicker, but clearly he is living up to his name, and he is in some pain right now.
That was a great move. That was like an inverted standing leg drop that drove his head right down to the mat. Really, really devastating move. I'm surprised Payne's got anything left after that one.
He stunned the smaller man. He left him bent down on his haunches in the center of the ring, then came off the rope. He could have done anything. Now the Payne gets him in a small package and gets a 2 count. Rolled him right up there, had him down. Once again, the player playing to the crowd, not paying attention to what's going on inside the squared circle.
It almost cost him that time, too, because Colonel Payne knew what he needed to do. Just go for the quick pin and try to get out of here.
Gentleman Joe trying to coach him as well as manage him now. He's explaining to him you've got to follow up, and you can never turn your back on any wrestler in the PWX.
I think there's a lesson to be learned here, too. Didn't your mother always tell you to wear clean underwear? I think the player's demonstrating exactly why that's important.
You see the train coming down the railroad tracks. He's got him down again, and once again going with the nonchalant cover. This time he tried to press him right into the mat, and Payne was able to take that left shoulder and get it up before the count.
You're not going to be able to pin anyone using your 2 hands, especially someone like Colonel Payne. I thought that was a waste of effort, and he should have gotten on top of him and cinched the leg if he wanted to go for the win.
If you're going to go for the win, you better go for the win. You don't get that many chances during the course of a match. This time, Payne able to reverse it. Gets him with a big elbow coming off. This time he didn't telegraph it, and he's going to try to follow up on his advantage.
Nice
big knee drop across the chest. He's got him hooked. There's the leg hook. But Gentleman Joe's able to pull him off. Again, that's a nice job by the manager. That's exactly what you're supposed to do if you can get away with it. Now Payne trying to follow up. He's got the big man down in the center of the ring, and now he's going to show him exactly why those underwear ought to be clean. There he goes, down hard on the big man. Payne seems to be on about his 3rd win here. Boy, the player wishes he had that baseball bat with him right now, I guarantee it. There's a whip up, and he catches Payne with a huge clothesline across the chest. Both men now showing the effects of a hard-fought match.
Both of them are down. Let's see which one's able to get up here first and capitalize on this maneuver. That was a devastating clothesline now.
Payne is barely able to get that left shoulder up off the mat in time to avoid the referee's count out. Uh-oh, the player just gave everyone the death sign there, the thumbs across the chest. What's he going to do? He's got him up, got him into a backbreaker. And that's a painful move. I don't know how anyone who's taking the punishment that the Colonel has taken, airplane spin, slams him down. That's a powerful move by a powerful man.
Devastating
Got
move.
him down. There's the 3 count, and that's your match.
That was just too much for Colonel Payne.
Don, Cindy, it's not good news. Billy's brain has been severely damaged.
I just called 911. Let the paramedics handle it.
I think I heard something crack. Your mother was always so healthy. She was just in the hospital for a checkup.
that I really think that you need to talk to an attorney.
Protect your loved ones. Protect yourself. Call us at Probanik and Probanik.
Stop in at the Gun Rack to see our wide selection of new and used handguns and rifles at reasonable prices. The Gun Rack has reloading supplies, military relics, edged weapons, as well as antique and modern collectibles, plus a great assortment of accessories. We also specialize in gun repair and rebluing. Located on Route 136 between Route 51 and West Newton, Pennsylvania. Call 412-872-7774. That's 872-7774.
Heavyweight pizza.
That's what that is.
Okay?
Oh, great.
It's wonderful.
Great.
It's awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
JB, what's your favorite part here?
Dude, I'm telling you, man, this is a heavyweight pizza, but to me, the main event are the wings.
The wings.
Yeah.
Figures, you little high flyer.
Oh, all right.
I gotta go with the Mama's Pizza Pie myself.
Yeah, you know
You
what?
like that?
They got a large special going on. Large pepperoni pizza, $5.99 every day delivered.
Oh,
you can't beat it.
No, you can't beat that.
Woo!
So, Friday the 13th was a lucky day for the Web and an unlucky day for the Gentlemen's Club. We beat Bone Crusher so bad, he had to go in for a career change. So now, that leaves me, I guess, Mike. Mike! On the 28th, it's me and you. You're the next stepping stone towards my title, which Quinn Magnum stole. Now, bringing up Quinn Magnum, I was at the library the other day, and I found this book, 101 Ways to Beat Quinn Magnum, and it's coming to a theater near you. A is the ass whooping that I'm gonna give you. B is the beating that you're gonna take. And T is the person that's gonna do it when I get my belt back and the Web's behind me to watch out for the rest of the Gentlemen's Club. Do you understand me, Joe? Look behind your back because the Web's coming for you too. Now, the 28th is the day. You wanna be there so you see me kick Mike's tail.
Pro Wrestling Express, Western Pennsylvania's biggest, best, and most exciting wrestling promotion, returns to the Pittsburgh area every 3 weeks with bone-jarring, back-breaking, in-your-face action. Call 673-2811 for information. Find out what the WWF already knows. Wrestling in Pittsburgh means PWX 673-2811.
All right, Pittsburgh, it's the Road to WrestleMania tour, and it stops in the Igloo, the Pittsburgh Civic Arena, Friday night, March 20th. Man, what a card it is. Stone Cold Steve Austin takes on Triple H, who will have China in his corner. In addition to that, Owen Hart defends the European title against Goldust. Ken Shamrock and The Rock battle it out for the Intercontinental title. Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie challenge the New Age Outlaws for the tag team titles, and so much more. It all happens at the Igloo, Friday night, March 20th.
Gentlemen's Club, how stupid do you think I am? It was already etched in stone what was going to happen on Friday the 13th. You got Mad Mike, your prodigal son, Quinn Magnum, the mill ticket, and you brought in an insurance policy, the player. Well, I too had an insurance policy, and Pat showed up for me.
Hey, all it took was a handshake and 3 gallons of latex, and the deal was sealed, baby.
Mad Mike, that's what you call yourself now. I remember when you were the jester running around the ring like an idiot. I was whooping your ass back then, and I'll still whoop your ass now. 2 years ago, I started this business beating you, and I'm gonna beat you now.
Hey, Mad Mike, once again, you felt a dishonorable discharge and was laid flat on your back. Player, you stuck your nose in my business, and you too were laying flat on your back.
Quinn Magnum, I remember when we were like this. I taught you everything you know in that ring about tag team wrestling, and I'll take credit for that championship gold you're wearing around your waist. But it felt real good when I power bombed you in the middle of that ring, and I grabbed you, Joe.
Oh, Gentleman Joe, when you seen dear old Grandpap, it looked like someone just walked over your grave. Gentlemen's Club, you started a game with Col Payne, play for blood, remember? But we never got to finish that game.
On February 28th, 2 will become 1.
Saturday, February 28th at the WrestlePlex, starts ground zero, and we're going right to the top.
Boom.
Are you tired of a wet basement? We at A Better Choice Waterproofing and Restoration would like you to know about our exclusive permacrete method. Why dig or excavate? Most basement waterproofing can be done with our PennDOT approved environmentally safe strengthening agent, permacrete. We offer free estimates, transferable and written warranties. Call 1-800-343-2357 so your family can make a better choice.
I dig public access. I have a lot of respect for what those guys do down there. Joe Morrison and his crew do a hell of a job. But there's that one show on public access which chooses to ridicule me. It ridicules PWX, and that ridicules me. For that skinny Mad Mike on AIDS lookalike that's on that show, you want to jump, boy, jump. We're not tough people to find. You want to make a name for yourself by talking bad about PWX? I'll be the first in line to slap that idiocy right off your face. You don't like it, I don't care. The fact is, the first in line is the last in line because I got what it takes to take what you got. And if you think different, look over my shoulder and see who's there. T-Rantula, Mad Mike, Golden Boy Dennis Gregory, Paul Ellis, Brian Anthony. Yes, I hate their guts, but I respect the fact that they are workers in this business. Now let's talk about Friday the 13th. There is no referee jinx for the usual suspects. If you were there, you know what happened. You don't need it explained to you. If you weren't there, I cannot put into words the injustice that happened. Fact of the matter is, the usual suspects are walking around the uncrowned tag team champions of PWX. We beat you, wrong crowd. You know we beat you. But you still walk around with the gold. That's fine. That's fine. Let's talk about unfairness. Let's talk about referees screwing Dennis Gregory out of every title he's ever held. Let's talk about bookers and PWX screwing JB Destiny. For 3 years, I have made this place my home, and I hope I've made it a better place due to my association. But in that time, how many singles title shots has JB Destiny received? Not a one. Not one. Never a shot at the TV title, never a shot at the heavyweight title. Do I deserve it? The fans know. I don't need to say it. The fans know. The fact of the matter is, this is the dawn of the dark forces in PWX. The usual suspects are the charter members. More will come. Wait and see. We said it.
There he is, the PWX TV champion, Sean Shocker Evans. And he's led into the ring by the leader of the Dog Pound, the little runt himself, Bubba the Bulldog. And how fitting that the Leviathan will be wearing the jersey of Luttrell. I think I'll choke the life out of you if I don't like you, Spreewell. These guys just have no respect for anyone or anything. How could you possibly bring yourself to wear a Luttrell Spreewell jersey?
Bubba probably told him to do it. I think Bubba has such control over that group. What he says goes.
Boy, I think he does. It's almost like he's got all the members of the Dog Pound completely in his back pocket. I guess so. If you're willing to fill up the dog dish, you'll just take care of anything. Now here they are attacking him before the bell, but I'll tell you what, that's not a bad way to start a match. And there comes the flip Zoltan, and Zoltan cleaning house. They reverse the Irish whip and threw the members of the Dog Pound into each other.
They're not going to outsmart Lord Zoltan. As bizarre as he is probably about as experienced as anyone you're going to be able to find. He's seen it all and he's done it all.
Pro Wrestling Express, Western Pennsylvania's biggest, best, and most exciting wrestling promotion, returns to the Pittsburgh area every 3 weeks with bone-jarring, back-breaking, in-your-face action. Call 673-2811 for information. Find out what the WWF already knows. knows. Wrestling in Pittsburgh means PWX 673-2811.
Shirley Doe's hurt now. He needs to tag out or else it's going to be over for him very shortly.
Boy, I'll tell you, how pathetic is that? He's sitting 20 feet away from his partner and he tries to reach his hand out to tag. Has he taken enough of a beating that he's actually hallucinating right now, CK? And there's another neck breaker, and that's going to really put a hurting on Shirley Doe. Shocker with the tag, but this time distracting the referee does not work in their favor. He probably had him down there. CK probably could have gotten a 12 count.
That's it. Zoltan knows what he's doing. He's going to use the referee to his advantage, just like the dog pound does.
And now, finally, Shirley Doe able to make the tag, and here comes Zoltan. Zoltan's coming in with a series of left-hand chops to the throat, throwing Evans off the rope. Evans able to leap over, and he's going to show people now how smart he is. But Zoltan says, no, you're not as smart as you think you are. Here's a clothesline for your trouble. Now another chop to the head. Zoltan hit him with a series of Oriental martial arts moves.
He's got the tape now. There we go with Sean Evans. You're not going to outfox the master here. Zoltan is going to take control of this match, and now the momentum has definitely turned.
Using the athletic tape from his wrist to apply a chokehold to Shocker Sean Evans. Now he catches him right in the midsection with a big knee off the rope. Follows it up with another big knee right across the chest. And Zoltan has come out, and suddenly this match, the momentum has completely shifted.
Did you see that? He actually, when he went down for the cover, he had a chokehold on there. So he had his body weight on top of Sean Evans, but he was also cutting down the wind.
He's got him again with that athletic tape. The referee, he can clearly see that the tape is off, but when Zoltan gets between him and Evans, the referee cannot see that he's using that tape actually as a foreign object to choke the Shocker. Now down across the top rope again, continuing to work on Shocker Sean Evans' wind.
That is his weak link. You just keep working it, and then Sean Evans now is the one in trouble.
Well, see there, he's a pretty boy, but he doesn't really work on the cardiovascular quite like he should. And now that Zoltan's taking him out at the Adam's apple, that wind is going to be even shorter.
Nice suplex by Shirley Doe, but he goes for a very lackluster cover. He should actually get on top of Sean Evans.
Put your body weight on him, hook that leg, and get that
nice
tag done. Zoltan caught him coming off that time. Another tag, that time with a modified leg cinch. And the Bulldog comes in with a Captain Kirk double axe handle chop to the back. A move made famous in the 24th century by James T. Kirk. That's how he won every fight. Here goes the runt now up to the top rope and down with that same move. Working hard. Now here comes Zoltan. Zoltan back in the ring. Bubba catches him with the flying clothesline. Up with the big leg and down. He's going to try it again. Bubba going back to the well. Found something that works, and he's going to keep at it. But as he's going down for the cover, Zoltan comes in, hit him with that hard karate chop right in the occipital lobe.
Doctor, I'm going to have you define that word a little bit later on. I'm not sure I know what that is.
That means the back of the head.
Gotcha.
Now he's got him up in a modified DDT. Taking Shirley Doe down. He's taking a beating tonight, CK.
Shirley Doe is definitely taking most of the punishment here from the dog pound. That seems to be their strategy, to get him in there and work him down.
There's another attempt at a tag. That seems to be just about all Lord Zoltan's been able to do tonight. Go in there and break those tags up. Shirley Doe has been unable to get back and tag Lord Zoltan whenever Doe gets in trouble.
In order for them to win the match, they're going to have to keep Shirley Doe down and also keep Zoltan from coming in and breaking up that count.
Well, there Zoltan did something. He didn't have to come into the ring. He put that big boot up, and the Shocker fell right into it, and that's the match.
Wow, huge, huge upset.
Very impressive.
Zoltan and Lord Zoltan with the pinfall victory here over Sean Evans and Bubba, and this has got to be one of the biggest upsets we've seen on TV. As a matter of fact, he even pinned the champion. He pinned the television champion.
Are you tired of a wet basement? We at A Better Choice Waterproofing and Restoration would like you to know about our exclusive permacrete method. Why dig or excavate? Most basement waterproofing can be done with our PennDOT approved, environmentally safe strengthening agent, permacrete. We offer free estimates, transferable and written warranties. Call 1-800-343-5400 2357 so your family can make a better choice.